Sri Lanka has said that it will cremate the bodies of 19 Muslim coronavirus victims against the wishes of the families. The practice of cremation is forbidden in Islam. The Muslims believe that cremation is not a practice that Muslims follow. The families of 19 Muslims killed by the virus have refused to claim the bodies from a morgue in Colombo. 5 of the bodies were cremated on Wednesday.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I hope you are well. Outrage is mounting in Sri Lanka after at least 15 Muslim coronavirus victims, including a baby, were cremated against family wishes and in contravention of Islamic funeral rites. Health authorities in Buddhist majority Sri Lanka insist all victims must be cremated even if they are Muslims, who traditionally bury their dead facing Mecca. Sri Lankan Muslims have been left stripped of their human rights amid a new wave of cases of the government forcibly cremating Muslims under the guise of COVID-19. When the outbreak of the coronavirus first appeared in March, the government started forcibly cremating Muslims despite calls to respect the religious sensitivities of their families. Now that a second wave of the virus is spreading rapidly in the country, the Sri Lankan government has intensified its crackdown on Sri Lankan Muslims by forcing larger number of families into the cremation of their dead relatives. The most recent case at the time of this video involved a 20-day-old Muslim baby who died after allegedly testing positive for the virus. Yet, the mother who was nursing the baby and the baby's father reportedly tested negative. The parents were left absolutely distraught that their pleas were dismissed and the baby was taken away from them to be cremated against their will. Astaghfirullah. The 38-year-old and his wife lost their newborn to COVID-19 on December 8, and even before they could process the devastating news from the hospital, authorities were ready to hand over the baby's ashes to them. In barely 2 days, baby Sheikh was in the news as Sri Lanka's youngest victim of the virus, cremated against his family's wishes because of the government's policy of allowing only cremation based on unsubstantiated claims that bodies of COVID-19 victims could contaminate groundwater. Ever since COVID-19 struck Sri Lanka in March, the government has been enforcing cremations for all victims, despite the World Health Organization saying bodies can be buried or cremated. Sri Lanka is the only country aside from China which has mandated cremations for suspected coronavirus fatalities, with the government justifying it on the basis on concerns of the virus contaminating groundwater and that COVID-19 victims' bodies could be used as biological weapons by certain groups. Brothers and sisters, this has been the cause of outrage and trauma for the majority Buddhist countries, Muslims and Christian minorities whose beliefs stipulate bodies should be buried. In Islam, to cremate bodies is to condemn them to hell. More shockingly, several of the Muslims whose bodies were cremated by the authorities had not been tested for coronavirus or had even tested negative. Sadly, some Muslim families have begun disowning their dead because they do not want to be complicit in the cremations, which they see as a sin for their loved ones. Many have also refused to pay the fees of $652 that are demanded by the state to cover the cost of cremation, meaning bodies of Muslim COVID-19 victims have begun to pile up in hospital morgues. These stern measures that are being conducted forcibly under name of protection are affecting more than one religious group, but it is particularly terrifying Muslims, for whom the burial of dead is a non-negotiable religious practice. Hence, they are feeling targeted, bullied and threatened by the manner in which the government is acting on this. As a result of the uproar, the United Nations Resident Coordinator for Sri Lanka and UN regional groups have all written to the Sri Lanka government calling for the COVID-19 dead to be handled with dignity and their religious beliefs respected. So that's it for today, guys. Let us know what you think of Sri Lanka's forced cremations by commenting below. Also, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.